busting. Many brothers I be sparking and rusting, man, like inside the dark, call me Bill Snatcher. Just a brother for the rapture. I hang live, holding on strong, hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my cycle.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys some major update for Boruto Chapter 61. We finally have spoilers, and I just gotta say this now. I told a few of you guys in the actual comment section, be respectful to Organic Dinosaur. It's a luxury that she translates a lot of these spoilers and everything for us. We're not entitled to it. From what a few people have said, Organic Dinosaur has a lot going on, so please do not pester her for those actual spoilers. But with that being said, though, gotta give credit to Boru Art over on Twitter for getting their hands on the actual chapter and giving us a pretty decent summary. So with that being said, though, since the chapter comes out tomorrow, I'm only going to actually talk about a couple of the things I found interesting from these leaks, because I want to wait until we have full context, since I've been able to read the whole chapter. That way I can give you my full thoughts on it. But I have to say on the front end, pat yourself on the back if you're one of the people who said that, like, yo, Kawaki or Boruto leaving the village, somebody was going to start a domino effect and that was going to make other people fall after the person who led the village. You guys know I've been screaming for a while. I thought that something like that was going to happen. Pat yourself on the back because you're a great prognosticator. I got the what would happen correct, just not the actual how. So I gotta say, with all this build up that Masashi Kishimoto had been doing for the last few chapters, I said that this was roughly the equivalent of one whole Naruto manga volume, the last 4 or 5 chapters. I said, yo, there's a plot twist coming, and when we get closer to Jump Fest, I think that there's going to be a huge plot twist, a cliffhanger or whatnot when we get to October, November, December. Well, it looks like that's where we're headed right here. So gotta say, I like this idea of Kawaki being the one that leaves the village, and it kind of starts this domino effect to where Boruto realizes that Kawaki's gone, so Boruto's gonna go after him, which means that you're gonna also have Sasuke, because in this chapter, based on the actual images that are out there, Sasuke looks like he's on the move as well, because it looks like some of the people in Konoha have realized that Kawaki has actually escaped. So I like that we got this bit right here. So backing up a little bit, there were two main things I found to be very interesting in this chapter. So the first thing was the fact that Amato and Shikamaru are talking about Kawaki's obsession with Naruto, and Amato says that Kawaki's love for Naruto is something beyond that of a father complex, and as Amato begins to describe his observations, Shikamaru basically says that Kawaki's infatuation with Naruto is something very similar to how Code worships the Otsutsuki clan. So right there, you're kind of seeing how there's a little bit of an actual parallel. And I kind of talked in the past about how Kawaki, to a certain extent, just as Sasuke had that thirst for power and it was beginning to actually change him, I've been saying that, like, yo, Kawaki with the Karma Seal and Kawaki with his admiration for Naruto, it really feels like he's coming off like a junkie, like a fiend looking to get that fix. And Amato's made that same observation. So I kind of like this right here, because the two go hand in hand. Kawaki's desire for power and the temptation to take back karma so he can protect Naruto, but this idea that he's kind of worshiping Naruto to a certain extent, that's fascinating, because that's a different way you can actually look at Kawaki. And now when you get those scenes in the anime, you're actually going to view those scenes a lot differently. So I like that we see that right there. And then I also like the fact that after Kawaki and Boruto are explained how the Konoha sensory system works that Ino oversees, one of the things they say is like, yo, one of the loopholes that we have in there is the fact that if people use the chakra suppression jutsu, that essentially it becomes harder to actually track the person. And so you're seeing one of the weaknesses that the Boruto anime showed you in that episode where Ino was testing out the actual sensory system. They were able to track people once they got inside the village, but it wasn't 100% foolproof. And so I like that you see that. And I've seen people say, well, how is it that they were able to monitor all the actual chakra, but Kashin Koji's able to actually slip in and go 100% unnoticed? Well, it's like I've said, his chakra was registered with the system because he's a Jiraiya clone, but once he got in there, Kashin Koji just suppressed his chakra, similar to what you saw Karin Uzumaki do during the 5 Kage summit. It's just that she had to work very hard because there were moments where her chakra began to blip out, and people like C, who are sensors, were able to actually track her chakra. So this is chakra suppression on an extreme level. And the way that Ada describes it, Ada says that this is an ability that the Otsutsuki have, which that's something in line with what we've been told about the Otsutsuki period, because Momoshiki and Kinshiki were able to arrive inside of Konoha undetected. The light novel for the movie actually goes pretty in depth on that, so I like that you're seeing more of that connective tissue there. So Kawaki naturally has learned to suppress his actual chakra, and that's how he's able to slip out the village. And I like the fact that Boruto's the one that realizes Kawaki's gone, and because Ada's watching everything, Ada says, okay, Kawaki's on the move, and that's when Code says, like, hey, I don't know where this kid's going, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna track this kid down and I'll ask him myself. So right there, Code and Ada have made their move, and the fact that Boruto's realized that this kid's gone, it just comes down to, does Boruto tell Naruto that Kawaki's gone? I've been saying for a good solid month now, ever since we got that actual chapter last month where you saw Kawaki and you saw there's just the bond with the Uzumaki household and the family, and how Naruto was calling him his son and etc. I said, like, yo, somebody's gonna be led outside the actual village and it's gonna cause a domino effect. Well, Kawaki, for whatever reason, has left the village. It's not explained to us why he left, but Kawaki has left the village. Code and Ada are going to intercept him. Boruto knows that he's gone. It looks like Sasuke has realized that Kawaki's left the village too. So now you have Kawaki leaving the village, you have Kawaki who's left the village, you have Sasuke who is leaving the village in pursuit potentially, and then you have Boruto who realizes what's going on. And because Boruto and Kawaki are like brothers, you can bet your ass that Boruto's gonna follow after Kawaki. So now it comes down to, does Boruto tell Naruto? They're like, yo, Kawaki's left. I do think that this is possible, that Boruto tells Naruto, and that you're gonna have all four have some type of interaction with Code. And I'm very curious at this point. I'm very curious. Are we setting up a situation where Code and Kawaki, because the similarities have actually been kind of planted right there, because Amado and Shikamaru say that his devotion towards Naruto is more so like that worshiping. I'm wondering if Kawaki's going to give himself as a way to actually protect Naruto. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting right there, because we know that Ada wants Kawaki. I'm very interested to see how this kind of wrapped up right there, but I do like where this is heading. I do like where this is heading a lot. Again, I want to wait until we get the full chapter. That way I got 100% context behind what's going on, because right now I only have a few actual pages and I only have the actual transcript that's more so in bullet points on what's taking place in the actual manga chapter. So again, I want to wait for full context, that way I'm able to give you guys an honest breakdown of what's going on and give you my thoughts and analysis on it. However, I'm very curious to know what you guys' thoughts are on this. Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.